Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Lumberg here. Today I wanted to share with you guys my favorite tips on farming. So I'm going to discuss everything farming related. I'm going to start off with a disclaimer, and that disclaimer is, everybody farms according to their personal preference and how much time availability they have. So I'm going to just go over a couple of my tips on efficiencies, the different types of farms that there are, and you need to find what works best for you. Of course, I might miss a couple of tips, so if you have any tips, feel free to add them in the comments section, and I'll include those in the next video. So I'm going to start off with the farm definition. A farm is an allowed account. It's not it's not cheating. It's not botting. It's you're allowed to have a farm, and you can bind. If you go to Mindful here in the right corner, you can see here, and if you click on account, and if you click on switch account here, you can see that, okay, I have two different ways of logging in. One is through Facebook, which is the top one, and then the bottom one, which is Game Center, you can see here. So if I look in my Facebook login, you can see that, okay, if I'm going to log into Facebook, you can see that, whoa, there's a lot of accounts here. You can see that I have a couple accounts in World 52, a couple accounts in 285, and then one account in this new server 428. So what you're allowed to do is for each login method, you're allowed to bind two farms or two accounts per login method. If you go to Game Center, you can have that. So if you're playing 3 different worlds, you can have 6 accounts. Hope that makes sense. So let's dive into it. The 3 types of farms I would say in terms of maintenance from lowest to highest is gather only farms, this is the first example of that, which is a gather only farm. All you're focused on here in this farm is simply getting it to a level 15 if you want to gather steel, doing the bare minimum to get it to a level 20 to gather minerals, and all you do is log in, send out the fleets to gather, and that's it. You're tempted to click on all these buttons that are flashing, but don't click on it. Your goal is efficiency. Gather in, get that RSS, and then move on to the next one. This is the best method for you if you have a lot of farms and you have less time. You just want to focus on getting that resources and then truly use a farm for what it is. It is there to help you gather resources. So let's see what this farm looks like, right? So you can see it's pretty bare minimum. I just logged in. Even the fields aren't leveled up. You do want to level up the steel fields. So at least we did that. Not even bothering hitting. You can maybe gather up troops. You can build some troops if you need them. However, most gathering farms, you'll probably have enough troops. So here you can see that, okay, I haven't even activated this. They're still sitting in the fort and the hall. So the 2 skills that you want on your gather farm is at least harvest. So let's go ahead and hit harvest. And then you do want to use this recall all because it's all about efficiency. Those are the 2 skills that you want to get. So now that we've recalled all of our troops are in, we're going to use the search function. This is a steel gathering farm. Let's see if there's any 6s available. Nope. Let's go down to 5. Nope, 5's available. Any 4's available? No 4's available. Wow, this is a busy world. Let's see if any 3's are available. Yes, they are. All you're going to do is select the default fleet, gather, next one, gather, next one, gather. That's it. As simple as that. If you really want to, and this is a difficult world, and your farms might get attacked, you probably do want to set up your fleet as 1/3 of your fleet, which I didn't do here because it's not nobody really hits the farms. You could set it up that way. I like the quick gather because the troops get there faster. The last thing I'm going to show that is a must on these farms, you should click on your fleet. And when you click on it, you can see here, it's okay, 818, 817. And then there's that fleet out button that shows you the coordinates of where it's heading in the center. You want to hit that there so that it shows you the farm, the mine that you're heading to, and make sure that there's nobody else heading there, no white lines. If there is somebody else heading there, you probably do want to use recall, especially in busy worlds, as you can see here. So click on the fleets, check all those 3 fleets, make sure nobody's heading there. I can see that, yep, nobody's heading there on these 3 fleets. We're good to go, and we're going to move on to the next farm. So that's all you do on this farm. The next type of account would be a gather or production and a passive farm where you have medium amount of time. So you have limited number of farms and you want to spend a little bit more time and do actually some of the farm things. So let's look at one of these. So one of those examples would be, let's look at this guy here. As we log in, in this farm, you can see that this is a well-developed level 20 farm, right? There it is. It's a level 20. You can see here that I actually have the VIP level at 8. And this is because this used to be a zombie hunting farm. Zombie hunting farms means that, you get a lot of experience, and you can see that, the commander level here is 36. So 37, you get SOS. So this is almost a battle farm. So on these farms, I'm going to share a couple of tips. One of the things that you do want to do is you want to do these explorations, right? And if you have refreshes, you want to focus on a couple of different items. So I'm going to do 3 refreshes, and I got a purple there. And the reason why I like purple is because I like the equipment bonus, and I'm going to show you that in a second. So in a production farm, you're focused on your heroes looking somewhat like this, right? So you want your gather hero. So you can see here's a purple gather hero. You can see here's the blue gather hero, but notice the skills. The skills aren't gathering skills because this is your main focus is production. So here the skills are mineral expert and steel expert. I'm actually leveled that up pretty high, and this is a level 40, which is pretty darn good for a farm. Same thing here, blue. You could switch, and I got enough frags to take this to 3-star. Got a little lucky there, and with a lot of zombie hunting, it certainly helps to get those experience points. So on a production farm, you are focused on production. So you want to log in every 8 hours and shake your phone and gather those resources. Resources accumulate up to 8 hours. So you want to try to do it at least twice or 3 times a day. The more, the better. You want your fields to be well developed. You can see everything is a 20 here. And then you want this VIP active, if you can have it, to get that 5th fleet there. Your focus on these few farms is really on production. A couple of other tips that I'm going to share with you. Black market is your friend, right? So in your black market, you want to look for these items here. You can see the steel mill boost. That is golden. You want to buy that. You want to look at your mineral boost. That is also golden. You want to buy that. And then, you know how I said to recall troops if somebody else is heading there? That is critical because you need these recall troop cards. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. In order to fund all of this, you need to make sure that you sell resources, right? So the 2 ones that you want to, every time you log in, you want to set up a pattern where you sell food and oil because you're going to have plenty of food and oil. You don't want to sell the steel and minerals unless the exchange rate is really good and you have plenty of it. And then you want to check the exchange store too. In this exchange store, whenever you see items that say, on exchange 100 3K oil or food crates for 100, 1K steel or 600 minerals, you definitely want to get those exchanges. I don't see any. I'm just going to hit a refresh to see if I can demonstrate. There we go. Bingo. You can see here, food crate for 300. That means you're going to get a steel crate for 600. That is a gold exchange. You always want to come back and check this. Yes, I want that exchange. Then we're going to look at, so that means that when you look in your resource bag, and if you do zombie hunting, you're not going to have a problem. You want to make sure, even when you're in a bind, do not sell these 3K food boxes entirely. And you don't want to do the same thing for oil because you want to make sure that you have at least about 1,000 so that if you get those exchanges that are favorable for steel or minerals, that you actually go ahead and buy that. Okay, on these farms, we talked about production. The biggest front for you on production is actually in this equipment here. So if you go into your manage, you'll see that, whoa, I have a level 3 mechanical armor or droid. This is golden. You can see that resource output boost of 23.1. That's a good percentage increase. So you want to try to get this. You want to focus on this level, this equipment right here, and try to get it to blue, definitely. And then at if you can, then try to build it up to get to purple. Then we're going to talk about prosperity. Prosperity is your friend. As you can see here, look at this prosperity level. At prosperity level, I'm usually, you can see here that I'm missing some population to take it to level 11. But at level 11, look at your gather speed boost, 55%. That's a great gathering boost. So if you're going to gather in this farm, having that prosperity really does help that gather level up. Then we're going to talk about, on these farms, you want to do the zombie clicks for the population. Sorry, for the extra hospital limit, and then for those exploration items too. I'm going to switch over to my battle farm, the last type of farm. And in this farm, you're focused on doing zombie hunting and some offense, right? So the battle farm really only works, and here you can see, which ones do you pick. I'm going to do one refresh because I have 2 left. One more refresh. Okay, well, I'll select the purple one. Shake your phone for the resources. Here, let's take a look at your equipment. Here you can see on my equipment, oops, I'm building a radar. You can see, again, focuses on the mechanical armor or droid. Getting that to purple and level 3 is important. And then if you have the parts over time, you can even try to get it to gold, because that certainly doesn't hurt. On this farm, you can see on the stats, it's on development mode, but already you can see as a battle farm, it has 155 LRA, which is not too shabby for a battle farm. The focus is still on a battle farm. This is not a true battle farm because, the focus really is on production. You can see here's the right setup. But I did get lucky in doing a lot of zombie hunting, and you can see some of the skills on this. And this is an account that I spent no money on. So if your main is behind on that LRA stat or attack power, remember, you just have to hang in there, keep doing zombie hunting, keep staying active, and you will eventually get there. This is on development mode, so you can see here on your commander skills. This was set up as a zombie hunting farm, and you can see on development, I really focused on this skill right here, recover mobility, to do that zombie hunting. Of course, if you was shifted to a true production farm and you didn't do zombie hunting, you could put all of these points here at the bottom of the tree on mineral output and mineral gather, and steel output and steel gather. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this. On war mode, I would suggest that you at least have the recall all skill. It does help in your farming efficiency. But if you really don't, gather at all, you just focus on production, you can just focus all your points in the development tree. You really want to focus on getting your farms to this VIP 7 level, because at VIP 7, when you activate it, you get that extra fleet. Here you can see that I did use some, VIP is activated, I'm gathering 5 fleets, and that really does help. Also on development mode, you can see here, this skill helps out. The gather speed up, especially when you're on the elite mines, it helps out. And these are some of my quick tips on farms. Let's go ahead and contribute. You want these to be there to get as much resources as possible and help you in your main. The last thing I wanted to share with you is on your battle farm, it's really important to level up your hidden Titans power. So if you look at my Titans here, I really focus on this blue Titan. And again, I spent no money on this. And you can see here that it's almost ready to become a blue Titan on a farm, which is pretty darn good. How I did that is very simple, actually. When you go into Medici, all you have to do is just go into Medici and fight one battle. Here, for kick's sake, I did four levels, but if you just fight one battle and get 1 point on the board, you still get the energy that you need to upgrade your Titans. So those come in really handy right here, these stored energy jars. And then when it comes time to hit the Doom's Iron Grip, you can simply, select Doom's Iron Grip and send out 4 fleets. It's almost time to do Doom's Iron Grip here. Let's see, it's 4 minutes left, but I'm running out of tips to share with you guys. So I can show that another day. You can look at some of my other videos, but you can select Doom's Iron Grip, set your fleet to 25% and hit him 4 times in a row or 5 times in a row if you have that VIP and extra fleet activated. And it's a quick 2-minute exercise. So you want your battle farm to crack a punch. And battle farms really only work if they're inside your main alliance so that they can absorb some hits, or you put it in a rally with just 1 troop and then speed up the rally. You can see here that, over time, if you have an active battle farm, you can actually save a good bit of fleet speeds here. So that's what I use this farm for if there's room. And then finally, another thing that's useful to use on a farm is you can see that it racks up tech chips, 400 tech chips, which you can use on your main, which isn't bad, and it's an extra bonus too. That's it on my farm overview and tips. If you like this, feel free to hit the like button. And if you want more content from this channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thank you guys for listening through my long ramblings. Let me know if there's any other content that you would like to see, and I would gladly put that in my next video. You have a wonderful day. Happy gaming, happy farming. Get those RSS, enjoy the game, and level up.